So here we go. Good evening, everyone. And sorry for the lights. Maybe it's not high, but I am not a big lights fan, so this is why I like dark a little bit. So here we go. I think you should see me pretty well right now. So hello and good evening here on my time, and good morning maybe in your time, and or good afternoon, whatever it is. Thanks for joining wherever you are. So basically the point of what we are going to do is, if you remember from the previous session, like it was like a little bit bad. We haven't implemented the comments well, so the session wasn't fit for us. Right now, what we are going to do in this session, we are just going to concentrate only on the comments part of the project. So we should get the comments ready in the session, like edit the comment, insert a new comment, and update and delete, or like at least having to show the comments and insert a new one. This is going to be just a great thing. And then we will add delete. I think delete is something simple. And then we have edit. And so yeah, that's great. And hi Minaka, thanks for joining. Just to please let me know, guys, if you can see and hear me well, because I have like somehow a new setup here, so I'm not sure out of my voice or if you can see the camera or something like that. So just please confirm that if everything is going okay, so we can go ahead and get started with what we have. Okay, hello Jeff, thanks for joining. Okay, that's a good thing. You can hear me and see me very well. And as we have said, because this is what the first course, like I wasn't that familiar with the concept of live and this stuff. From the next course, you are going also to watch all the videos in a full HD and maybe 4K. So it's going to be more interesting and more fun from the side of the quality of the videos themselves. But yeah, for this one, we are almost done, so I couldn't. We can do nothing about that. At least there is some cool Blazor stuff. So right now I'm going to share my screen. So hey, hello Sebastian, thanks for joining. And let's click share the screen. Perfect. So let's see. This is what we were working on basically in the previous session. I'm going to run the project to see what we had. So we struggled a little bit with the comments. It wasn't like a smooth operation as it's supposed to be. But right now we are going to complete that and then see. Also, one thing I'm going to do after we finish this course, or after we finish the management of the application, is to work basically on the stuff of like migrating the UI from using Fluent UI and this stuff, because it wasn't basically ready to build apps with it, to go ahead and start using the mud Blazor. I have just published a video about that maybe 2 days ago. So it was a fancy UI, very easy to use. If we use it in this course, it's going to be much better for us. But I don't know, like I didn't follow that, and this is what happened basically. So if you have a look at this page here, we have implemented the comments, so we can see them here. Right now we need to add a new comment, and then we need to implement edit, reply as well, and all of this stuff to complete this. So to do that, I am going to, but before this, if you have any questions about the previous sessions, or if you are like implementing from the beginning either server side or client side and you are struggling somewhere, so you can basically pose this question, so we can answer that before we proceed. Okay, it seems. Okay, so it looks there is we don't have any questions, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we have to implement is basically to migrate the comment form that we have in the comments page, which is this one, and put it in a separated component, because we are going to use this for post a comment, post a new comment, and post a reply, and maybe we are going to use this for edit as well. So to do that, we need to migrate this one, and to do this, I will go and create a new component over here. I'm gonna call it comment form. Click OK. That's perfect. I'm going to cut all this part from the comments page and paste it over here. We need also to add HTTP client or inject. Sorry guys for what's happening, but I think if this case of internet, if it like happens again, then the solution for that is simply, I think we can like migrate the session and make it tomorrow. And in this case, I am able like just at least to find a solution, because I don't think it's a good idea to see all the. So okay, I think right now we can continue. Let's see. So let's continue what we were. Now I'm going to inject also the language service, a language container service, language, just like that. Okay, great. So before this disruption, we were talking like why we are passing all these parameters. Like, this is the video that this comment is related to, and simply we have the parent comment ID in case this one is a reply, and this comment detail is just existing here, just in case of the editing. Like we are editing a comment, then we are going to pass this one. So if this one is null, then this means we are posting a new thing. And if this one is existing, so this means it's a reply, and so on. This is how we are going to follow along with this. So simply, what I'm going to do right now is I prefer to put all the screen. Okay. We have a question regarding this one, and I'm going to answer this question just a little bit so I can be more concentrated with you. So we are going to create some private fields over here, like pool is busy equals false, and you'll have private, I think, comment detail model equals new comment detail. And right now we are going to override the on parameters set async, like public override on parameter set async, or just on parameter set. We don't need to async like that. And I'm going to check here if comment detail equals to null, then in this case model, or if this one is not null, then model equals to comment detail. So in this case, it's going to be an edit process, like simply. So what can I do is I have a private pool is edit. It's going to be a read-only property, and this edit is going to be if comment detail equals or not equals to null. If not, so this form is going to do some edit operations. Let's just leave the comments at the top, just like that. Okay, this is better. Right now, let's go ahead and write that function that's going to talk to the API and post a new comment. So submit comment async is busy equals true, is busy equals false, just like that. And over here, catch, I'm going to put this one, x.message. We type it over here, show an error message somewhere in a pop-up or something. We are going to do that later. And right now here, if it's is edit, then this comment, we are editing this comment. Other than that, we are basically adding a new comment. So this is the main method. And right now I'm going to create two other methods, private async task, post comment async. So what this one is doing is simply it's going to communicate with this one. It's going to post just a comment. And for the edit, it's going to communicate with this one. And we have delete as well, but it's not going to be in this component. So both will contact the same API, basically. So what we are going to do is to type var result equal the weight HTTP client dot post as JSON async. What we want to post is the URL, which is API/comments/create. And the object is model. It's going to be like that. And here we are going to check if result.isSuccess. Then, Okay, that's perfect. We need to just initialize the new model. And what we need to do is to call an event outside this component. So we have to create two callbacks on comment created or on comment basically edited. This is what we are going to do. And in the other case, we need to show an error. So result dot let's create another private field here called string message equals string.empty. And over here, going to type like if string.isNull or empty the message. If it's not null or empty, then show a message over here, just like that. Okay. And okay, there is no need to put it here. We're going to show it in the result.message. Yeah, we need to read the content first. So our content equals the weight result.content.read from JSON async, and the content is of type operation response, type comment detail. How I knew that? Because if you go to this one, go to create, check the response we get. In both cases, we get operation response of type comment detail. So what is going to happen is simply return content dot message. This is the case. So simply this is it. So maybe I can do something like we can do the edit and the post in the same method because they are going to call the same endpoint. But okay, we have started like that. Let's keep them separated. This one, edit comment async. We are going to call edit. And right now, we need to create two event callbacks. Let's go ahead and create them. Parameter event callback, comment detail, on comment created, and another parameter, which is basically event callback, comment detail, on comment edited. So in this case, we are going to fire this event and this event. So for the creation, we're going to type event on comment created dot invoke async. It takes a parameter, which is the content dot data. Why I'm posting this one and not the model itself? Because when we receive the operation response, it has the comment. In addition to the comment, it had the ID that has been created on the server. So this is what we are going to do on the success. And here we are going to do the same. Like that. Wait on comment edited dot invoke async content dot data. So this one will also submit the comment that has been edited. And in this case, we have both functions. Right now, let's call them. For the isEdit, I'm going to call edit comment async over here. This one, I'm going to call create post comment async. It's like that. So right now, this function, basically, it's working. Now, one thing we have to do is to initialize the model that we have, which is the comment detail over here. Or where is the model? Okay, this one. We need to initialize it. So I'm going to create a simple function here called private comment detail initialize model. And what this one is going to do is simply, this one will check if the comment detail is not null, then model equals comment detail. Other than that, model equals new, video ID equals the video ID, and the parent comment ID equals parent comment ID. When we push the model, we are going to set only the content, like, we are just interested in the content of the string, and all other parameters like the video ID, the parent comment ID, those are simply like a predefined content, and we are not interested on what we have. So this is what we want to post, and at the end, we are going to type return model. On parameterizing, I can right now remove this. I can type model equals initialize model, and when we create, also we need to model equals initialize model, so we can make the text empty or something like that. So let's go right now and bind this value, bind value to the model.content. This is all what we need to have this function simply working perfectly. So I'm going right now to the comment section, which is here, and what I'm going to do is to type comment for, like that, and we are going to pass a video ID, which is video ID property, and we need also to pass the parent comment ID. We're not going to do that right now because it's going to be here within the comment card, and we need to check if the comments basically just posted successfully. So what I'm going to do over here is like that, video ID, and we are going to subscribe on comment created and on comment edited. Okay, so what we have to do right now is let's check like this one, list of comment detail, comments list. So what we are going to do is to create a function, protected, not a protected, private, void on comment created, and it's going to take a comment detail. So simply all we have to do is to say comments list, in case it's not null, dot add the comment. So the comment will be added to the UI. And right now, for the edited, private, void on comment edited, comment detail, comment. So what we need to do here is to find the comment that has been edited from basically this one. Or, I think we can keep like the editing is within the card, as I've said. So we don't need to worry about that for the parent component. I think this model is going to be a little bit better. So, and here I'm going to type on comment created. Okay, just like that. And for the editing and for the reply, they are going to be over here. So we are going to see how we are going to manage that. But for now, we have the list and we have the creation. So let's go ahead and run this application to see if this function is going to work perfectly. I'm going to go for the server, and I'll go to the controllers and open up comments. And then what I'm gonna do is to put a breakpoint over here. And now let's check what the error do we have. The directory is not empty. Okay, we got a little error. I'm going to click on clean. Okay, perfect. Now let's click on build solution. Okay, great. Let's try to run it again. Perfect. Okay, open up this one. So here we go. Those are our comments. Yeah, we have to be logged in, of course. So this is one thing we have to do, is to like prevent the user from commenting or doing any stuff if he's not logged in. So I'll go to login. Oops, where is the button of the login over here? Maybe I removed it by mistake. Okay, let me check. I think I have removed that button. So if we go to auth, login, yeah, look at that, I have removed it. So let's go to get changes, open up login, click on undo changes, yes, perfect. I have my button back. So I'm going to run it again. So maybe right now we can go back to the question that we have. What technology would you recommend to the guy who's writing a website, but 90% of the work is based on the external framework, Mapbox, written in JavaScript? Don't you think Blazor would be a pointless in that case? Okay, basically the point out of here, like Blazor is not here to replace the JavaScript framework. So what you have to do is, if all your project is based on JavaScript things, I think it's a good idea just to go ahead and complete with JavaScript, because going with the Blazor in this time, like you're going to waste your time just writing functions to be able to be called from your Blazor app. It's possible, of course, but I think it's a good idea to go ahead with JS. But you can go with Blazor only in one case. Like if you are familiar with Blazor and familiar with C# so much, and you are not that good in JavaScript, so yeah, in this case you can go with Blazor. Then you will see a way, or you'll find something anyway, like to be able to run your projects. But in other cases, I think if you are good in JavaScript, then just keep going with JavaScript. So right now I'm logged in over here. Let's try to see if I type a comment like this video. It's great. Click on submit, and nothing happens. Oops, I'm always making a lot of mistakes. So let's go back to the comments form. Yeah, again, another stupid mistake. Okay, this is my bad. Sorry for that. At or on valid submit comment async. I haven't done that. And meanwhile, let's check here. We should type authorize. Here, authorize view. So authorized. If the user is authorized, then okay, he is able to push message. If not, and in this case, not authorized, please log in to comment. Okay, I think this is better right now. Okay, choosing Fluent UI, I don't think that was somehow the worst decision in this course, because the backend was awesome, but for the client side, we have a lot of library, very huge library, but I don't think it is somehow like ready for production. So it still need a lot of work. Authorized. If it's not authorized, then show this one. Okay, let me simply. Okay. What's wrong with the authorization? Oh yeah. Sorry for that, because like this authorized has a context, and also the form has a context. So I think it's it's a good idea to put it outside, just like this. Okay, let me remove that. Like there is a conflict between the form context and between the authorized context. So what I'm going to do is to put it over here, authorized view. Authorized. Login to comment. That. So let's give it a try right now. Okay, let's go again to playlists. Fetching the playlist, shoot this one. Fetching the videos. Perfect. Oh, Visual Studio just gone crazy. I don't know what's happening with it. Like just suddenly stops. Okay. Okay, let me stop the app. I'm going to run it from the CMD. .NET watch run. Okay, so as you can see right now, it's just telling me like, please log in to be able to comment, which is like makes sense. I couldn't comment without having an account, so I will click on login. Okay, let's try at dotnetlabs.com test.123 login. Great. And so you can see right now we are able to see this form, and I'm telling like this video is great. Hopefully it's going to work. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Right now we have this video just simply works. So, but we have just a little issue over here, which is the server is not sending the username that has posted this comment. So we are going to fix that in the server side. But if we refresh the page, or if we go back to this one, to this, so you can see here we have a new comment has been posted. And so right now, posting a new comment is just working just perfectly. Right now, let's go to the server and go to the services, iVideo service, scroll down to create async, which is this one. Another video, sorry, comments. Create async, it is this one over here. So this is the model. What we have to do is to type model dot username equals identity dot full name. Yeah, I don't think we need those because just like that. So right now the server is returning the full name with the process of the creation. So we have solved that issue. So that's great. Right now, let's go ahead and try to implement a reply to see if the user like can reply for a specific comment. So I am going to go to the comment card. Okay, this is the comment card section. And again, what we have to do is to add the same authorized stuff. So I will go for this one. Yeah, but I don't think I need the not authorized, so it's going to be repeated so much. What I have to do is just simply, what is the comment card over here? I'm going to remove this part. Okay, great. So this is the comment form. This is the video ID. And the video ID, we are going to bring it from comment detail dot video ID. On comment created, we have to take a specific action. We are going to see how to do that. And we have on comment edited. Sorry, not comment edited. We have to set the parent comment ID, which is the comment detail dot ID. And that's it. Right now. But here we have just a little problem, which is like if you see over here for this, for the comments, like in the card, I'm only showing one comment, but for like even for the reply and all this stuff, I'm showing all of this in the top comment or in the top component, like this comments list. So whenever the user adds a new comment, a new reply, basically this reply should go from comments, comment card, comment form to comment card, and then it should be it should go to this one. Or another thing that we can do is to not post the replies like this, and then we can post the replies within the comment card component. And I think this is a little bit like this is a better solution. So what we can do right now is we can put the comments or the replies in the comments card. So I will go to the comment card over here, and this is the comment detail. What I will do is I will create a private list of comment detail. I'll call it replies equals to comment detail dot replies. If it's not null, then dot toList. Okay. So right now I have the replies over here. So I can remove them from here, just like that. Okay, and I can go to the comment card, like this one. And I can create a private on void on comment created. Comment detail, comment. So whenever a new comment added, what I'm going to do here to check if this one is null, then initialize it with a new list. So whenever a new comment created, this one is a reply basically. So add this to the reply list, just like that. That's just perfect. And then what's going to happen after that, I will check if comments replies, sorry, is not null, and replies.any. So add list of this. We're not going to use this anymore. And all of those are simply has the reply comment pass. So this one, we need also to put it in a for each reply for the replies. Okay, put that here. This is reply.username and reply.content, just like that. And this one should be on top of that. And I will type over here. I think it's a good idea. We can put this also within this card. Okay. I will add another P, type like add a reply. Okay, so this one right now is just working very fine. So once I specified the parent comment ID, then by default, the form would detect that, okay, this one is a parent comment ID. So there is a parent comment ID. This means it's a reply. And so look at that. Whenever you create a good component and you just like subscribe to those events, and once you subscribe, you have all the capabilities. Like right now, look at that. I'm not typing anything related to push or all the stuff. Whenever the user adds a reply, it's going to be directly added into those over here. So let's go for this one. As you can see, there is no more replies existing here. And right now, if I click on save, what's going to happen is simply I will, okay, great, because I'm running it under watch.run, so it detects the changes and it's going to run perfect. I think it has been updated right now. Let's see. Oh, okay, look at that. So we have each comment, and each comment has this add reply, and we have, like, as you can see, we can reply for this. And if we scroll down, look at that, you can see that those are replies. We cannot reply for the reply. Okay, I know that the card is not looking that perfect or it's not looking good at all, but as I've said, once we finish from this course, I'm going to make one video to migrate all this UI to use Blazor. Then we are going to have a real fancy UI. So no worries about this. Right now, let's just concentrate on the concept. Look what I'm doing, how I manipulate the components to put them in the right place, how I basically use the event callbacks to move data from one component to another, and how I try to minimize or to write the minimum code possible to make this work. So let's try the reply right now. So I want to reply for John Smith over here from my account, Ahmad. So let me reply for this comment. Thanks. Glad you liked it. Click on submit. Okay. Don't know if it has been added or no. It should be added for this one. I think there is something wrong. Let's check this one. So we don't get any reply from this one. So I think it's a good idea if we stop this and save that, all the stuff, because also we made the changes on the server side. And let's simply try to run it again. So where is the comment card? It is here. So on comment created, replies.add. Okay. Sorry for that. The why that it didn't work, because every time I'm calling this, if there wasn't any replies, then it's initializing a new list. So what we have to do is to make it get and set. I'm going to remove all of this code, and I'm going to set it in the protected void on override on initialized replies equals for this code. Because I made it read only, so every time I set this in the get of this read only property, so whenever I call it, it's going to go ahead and set it to a new one. So this is why we weren't able to see the comment. Go ahead and run it again. Okay, I'm just going to refresh this page. Okay, so look at that. The comment has been submitted already, but let's try to do another one for this one. Thanks also. Submit. Oh, look at that. The replies right now are just working perfectly. So let's add a new component for this one. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for your comment. Submit. And here we go. Here we have a reply. And let's reply for this one. Hey, this is great. Submit. Okay, so we have a comment over here. I will reply to myself. Thanks. And we get a reply even for the newly added ones. So look at that. This is very smooth. I know it was like a little bit complicated just for putting the components in the right place, but all of that is just because of the UI components I'm using, because I wasn't comfortable with the design. So I had to find the simplest way to just show those UI. But yeah, anyway, right now we have edit, we have add, we have list, we have putting a reply. And what we are going to do basically right now is to add delete for your own comment. I think we are going to have delete, and edit is just going to be the same for create. So to have edit or to have delete, we need to check. You cannot, of course, delete this comment or this comment or this comment. You have to be able only to delete the comments that you have access to. So you cannot delete all the stuff. So you have to be able to delete only the comments that you pushed, either comments or replies. And to do that, what you are going to do is for this comment card that you can see, like either this one or the reply, I am going to inject authentication state provider. So you have the user ID either here, or you have like the user ID. We can bring the user ID using this authentication auth state provider. I'm going to show you how you can bring that auth state provider using this one. So in the onInitialized async, let's make it task, async task, onInitialized async, private string current user ID, for user equals await auth state provider dot get authentication state async. And in this case, string user ID equals user dot user dot find first claim system dot security dot claims dot claim types dot name identifier. This is the name of the ID claim. Then dot value. So this is the user ID. I have the user ID right now. I don't know. I did that. Current user ID. Look at that. That's perfect. I have this current user ID button basically. And then I will go ahead and create a function to remove this comment. So private async task, remove comment async. Going to take string comment ID and can do is public, for result equals await HTTP client. We need to inject this, of course. Dot delete async, and we can just call API / comments / delete, and we pass the ID, which is the comment ID. So if we go for this one, yeah, it's like that. So that's perfect. And we check here the response. If result dot is success status async, then all what we have to do is to check if this one was a reply. I'm going to pass here pool is reply. Okay, so if it's a reply, I'm just going to remove it from the replies list. And if it's a formal comment, then we have to push this one to the parent comment to say, okay, like, look at that, this comment has been deleted, so you can remove it from the list. So one thing we can do is maybe we can change this one to make it comment detail. Here I can type comment detail.id. So what's going to happen if is reply, then replies dot remove comment detail. If not, we have to create an event callback parameter comment detail on comment deleted, and we have to call it await on comment deleted dot invoke async, and we just pass the comment detail that has been removed. So just like this. It's simple. Right now, we need to add just the remove button. So how we are going to do this? Simply, we need to have a check. If the user, I'm going to add it after the form over here. Add if comment detail dot. So as you can see, right now I have the username, but I need the user ID. So I have to pass the user ID in the comment detail from this one, and I'm going to do that in a bit. So let's go to the comment detail in the shared project, as you can see. I'm just going to add this property very quick. Comment, sorry, user ID is the owner of this comment. I see that the time is about to end, but we are going to finalize this before we end the session. So services, or the models, mappers, we have the comments mapper. So this one that brings basically the comment detail. So user ID equals comment dot created by user ID. So right now, look at that. This is why I prefer to use the extension method instead of automapper. I think this is much simpler than that. Perfect. So I have the user ID. So if user comment detail dot user ID equals to the current user ID, then you own this comment, and then you are able to see the button, AFU base button, text, remove, add on click, equals, async, await, delete, remove, comment async. Perfect. What is the comment? It is the comment detail. This reply, it's false, because this is a main comment. So look at that. This is very, very simple. But okay, yeah, that's it. And right now I'm going to copy this and also do the same for the reply, in case this reply is for the same user that posted this reply, then be able to remove it. And this one, remove the reply. So look at that. This is, as I've said, it is very, very simple. So what we have to do is to go to the comments, and this is the comment card. So I'm going to create a function called private void on comment deleted, comment detail, comment. So let's go search for the comment in the comments list and just simply remove it from that list. So var comment equals comments list dot single or default c dot id equals deleted comment dot id. If you find it, equals to null, then just get into the comments list, dot remove, and remove the comment. Look at that. I basically like playing with the Blazor components is just exactly like gaming. I consider this gaming. Existing comment. You can have a very huge project, and whenever you open any of those components, you can just see, as you can see, 50 or 60 lines of code, and the communication is very smooth, as you can see right now. This is fantastic. And on comment deleted, on comment deleted. So I think that's perfect. Let's go ahead. I'm going to save that. Save all the files. And okay, let me open this one. Okay, here we go. So you can see that we have the remove button existing here. It looks ugly, but still we have the remove button. And look at that. We have the remove button only for the comments I have published. Like I am Ahmed here. So Ahmed, we have the remove button here. We have the remove button for this one, but I don't have the remove button, for example, for John Smith over here, because I'm not the publisher of this comment. And other thing that I can see, those I think published from another account. This is, I don't think this account, because the button should be here. But let's see if it's working. I'm going to click on remove. Oh, perfect. Like it just went away. Let's click on remove on this one. Oh, again, this one just working perfect. So let's again try to refresh this page. To make sure that those went forever and they have been deleted even on the server. Yeah, look at that. We cannot see the comment anymore. And even the last comment, yeah, it went away. So yeah, that's perfect. Finally, we are done. I'm not satisfied at all about the UI, because it should be much better. But still, I don't think if we are going to make it great within using this UI component, it's going to take too much time. And this is why basically this course like goes for a long time. But yeah, anyway, once we are done, I'm going to migrate this to my Blazor. And yeah, also another announcement, if you didn't already watch the Blazor video, very soon we are going to have one long video about 3 hours to rebuild the Planner app. You remember the Planner app, which is the first course I think here on AK Academy, and it has like the biggest number of views. So basically it's going to be like we are going to re-innovate that course, but using Blazor. So we'll have a fantastic UI for that and for this one as well. So I hope you are getting the benefit out of what we are doing and what we are learning. So if you have any questions, please let me know before we end the session. So meanwhile, I'm going to push all those changes. Stop the project. Commenting, comments, create, edit, show and delete. Yeah, this is a good question. Like if this change is going also commenting on the same time, see the comments, it changes. This is basically a very good idea. I mean, maybe we can do that. Maybe we can make a video about this. Like whenever someone make a changes, so this change like reflects in other places, or for other person like opening another browser. So this change is going to happen in the real time. This is a very good idea. Thank you so much, Menika, for sharing this. I think we can talk about this in this course. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and you learned all the stuff dealing with the components and this. I'm really sorry for some disrupting happens, but yeah, I am choosing the Fluent UI wasn't a good idea. So I'm also worrying about the CSS and this stuff. So always try to find a way to not do that, to not waste more time. But anyway, thank you again so much for watching. The code is available on GitHub. You can find the link in the description box. So yeah, thanks for joining and for watching for this 1 hour and 10 minutes maybe. So yeah, and see you at the upcoming Saturday to get started working on the admin panel section, like creating videos and playlists. So thank you so much for watching, and see you on Saturday.